Golden State Warriors are 5-1 since the Jimmy Butler trade and are suddenly getting buzz as a very real NBA championship contender despite currently sitting at 9th in the Western Conference. How is that possible? Well, the Western Conference is extremely close. Golden State is just one game back of the 6th seed, but more importantly, Jimmy Butler has not only been incredible for Golden State himself, Steph Curry has gained new life playing with Jimmy. Before the Jimmy Butler trade, Steph was averaging 22.7 points per game on 43.1% shooting, and some were even questioning his all-star status. In the 6 games he has played with Jimmy Butler, Steph is averaging 29 points per game on 49.1% shooting as Jimmy has changed everything for the Warriors. And we know one thing after the 2022 finals: never count out a locked-in Steph Curry. But is this Jimmy Butler fit really good enough to launch the Warriors back into title contention? What's up, Mike here, and we need to watch this moment. Here is PJ Washington feeling himself, hitting the night-night celebration twice in a game on December 15th this year when Luka Doncic had 45 points, 13 assists, and 11 rebounds in a Mavericks win. Now, without Luka on this roster, here is Steph Curry recently getting PJ Washington into an ISO situation in the 3rd quarter.
Less when Butler's not on the floor right now as Curry hits back-to-back triples.
And he wasn't wrong to do so, as after this 3rd quarter, Steph not only already had 30 points, he sat the entire 4th quarter in a comfortable Golden State Warriors win, as we would watch Draymond on the bench play this a little more safe in the 4th quarter, hitting the same night-night celebration. But looking at Steph's confidence, looking at the Golden State Warriors' energy, we can tell this is a team that has been given a new fire. Before Jimmy Butler, I think we can all agree the Warriors were not only just a long shot to win the championship, they almost had no chance. The roster was just not clicking in the way they wanted to, but since this trade, everyone has been playing at new levels. But remember, Jimmy's fit was called into question when this trade was made, so why is it working so well? Jimmy resembles one of the absolute keys to the Warriors' success in the past: the play of Andre Iguodala. Andre Iguodala was a constant in the Warriors' first run of championships. While Andrew Wiggins did provide valuable contributions for recent Warriors teams, Wiggins wasn't the playmaker that Iggy was. Wiggins was not a legitimate defensive player of the year candidate, and to put it nicely, Andrew Wiggins in the past has been described as passive. Jimmy Butler has now jumped onto this Golden State Warriors roster as a new age version of the Andre Iguodala role. Jimmy is an incredible playmaker. He's a defensive menace. He also adds a scoring presence that the Warriors desperately needed, and Jimmy Butler is a dog. In his 6 games with the Warriors so far, the Warriors have outscored teams by 14.3 points per 100 possessions when Jimmy is on the court, and they've been outscored by 0.4 points per 100 possessions when he sits. Let's remember, Jimmy just got here. Luka has struggled early on with the Lakers, and we've all given him grace because we do know it takes time to adjust to a new team. You have a new playbook, you have new teammates, you have a new coach. Hasn't mattered for Jimmy Butler. He has seamlessly fit in. Immediately, he has given the Warriors so many options on offense. Teams are finding it incredibly difficult to double Steph at Steph Curry range because Jimmy has become the ultimate escape valve. Throw a double at Steph, watch as Jimmy catches the ball near the top of the key, and then turn towards the basket and make the right play seemingly every time. He's either driving strong to the basket where he is scoring himself, or he is finding a wide open shooter or cutter for an easy look.
How does he make this team different than what they were before?
Using him as a decoy while also utilizing his skill set, which is post-ups, mid-range. Adding Jimmy to the fold covers up a lot of your defensive liabilities.
Butler brings that championship mentality.
Now, Draymond has thrived in this exact role in the past. Both Jimmy and Draymond are great pick and roll partners for Steph in this exact same scenario, as well as both Jimmy and Draymond can play make. But Jimmy has given Golden State something new: elite scoring in this role. With Steph creating so much gravity as he is just a threat from anywhere, suddenly Jimmy has found himself with more wide open space than he seemingly has ever had before, and he is dominating in this role, averaging 9.2 free throw attempts a game, up from 6.4 4 attempts in Miami when he just did not have any joy playing basketball. Jimmy has also accepted being the number 2 option right away with 0 problems and is producing as an elite number 2 guy, averaging 20 points, 5.5 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game, while also squashing the narrative that he would not be able to swallow his ego and be a number 2 option. But that's what we were told at first, that might be a problem. We were also told that Jimmy and Draymond Green might never fit together, except the mutual respect between Jimmy and Draymond has been clear and apparent. Draymond is so impressed by Jimmy that he is actually guaranteed winning the NBA championship since the Butler trade.
I'm sorry, I said I think we're going to win a championship, but I lied. We are going to win the championship.
Wow. You're an alpha. Jimmy's an alpha. What was that energy like when it first came in the locker room?
Alphas never feel the need to show another alpha that you're an alpha. There's a tremendous level of respect there. I'm going to follow Jimmy Butler. I'm going to follow Steph Curry. And we're going to follow those 2 guys right to a championship.
Why is Draymond so confident? Well, this comes down to the level of respect he has for Jimmy Butler. Watch here as Jimmy draws up a play for the Warriors, a bold move for anyone to do on a new team, especially a dynasty-made team, but listen to how Draymond reacts to this.
In that moment, Jimmy was drawing up, showing us this play to talk basketball with somebody that know the basketball game like Jimmy, and listen and learn from somebody who know the game like Jimmy. It's music to my ears, him over-communicating the way he does.
Draymond in the past has only given certain teammates this type of respect. On the current roster before this trade, I think their names would be Steph Curry, and that is it. Now we have Draymond saying he is learning from Jimmy Butler. How did this instant respect happen? Well, Jimmy Butler is a smart teammate and a savvy man. He gave respect to Draymond Green right away first, saying,
I mean, he's telling me what he sees and I'm telling him what I see. I'm grateful. He's showing me the way and I'm very thankful for Draymond.
Draymond Green has had problems with many people. He has never had a problem with Steph Curry because of how much he respects Steph. If you respect these videos, it would be awesome if you subscribed and turned on post notifications, only if you enjoy them. Continuing on, that is what is happening with Draymond and Jimmy Butler. The respect between the two is there and no one can deny that they are both insane competitors. When tapped in correctly, this energy, this level of insane competition makes both Jimmy and Draymond the ultimate teammate to have by your side in the playoffs. Because we also have to note, it is not just Steph Curry who is playing better with Jimmy. Pods is averaging way better numbers with 14.8 points, 6.2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals per game. And we can see it on Pod's face.
He couldn't finish there. Now Butler down court. Korzemba corner 3. Got it.
Corner 3. This team's playing with a lot of confidence.
The beauty of a guy with a high IQ is you can put him in any system and he's going to figure it out. I think it's just been great, both on and off the floor with me and Jimmy.
And let's keep in mind here, Jonathan Kuminga has now emerged as a wild card, and he has not played since January 4th. For this season, Jonathan Kuminga is averaging 16.8 points per game. Golden State is going to need every player on this roster to step up if they are seriously going to be competing with teams such as the Thunder when the NBA playoffs roll around. But we know that the Warriors have something almost no other contender in the Western Conference has: championship experience. And we know that playoff Jimmy Butler is very real. He was the guy by far in 2020 and 2023, both of the Miami Heat's NBA Finals losing runs, and notably in 2023 playing against Giannis and the Bucks. Jimmy led the 8th seeded Heat to a 5-game series win, squashing the Bucks championship aspirations as Jimmy averaged 37.6 points per game in this series, only adding to the rumors that he is in some way related to Michael Jordan. He was constantly playing teams that were better top to bottom than his, but now he has Steph Curry and Draymond Green, who are not only 4-time NBA champions, but also, let's go back in time here to the 2022 season. On March 30th of 2022, the Warriors were just 48-29. They had just lost 4 straight games, and Klay Thompson was coming back from another big injury. It was actually considered an upset when the Warriors beat the Memphis Grizzlies in the 2nd round of the playoffs. And in the NBA Finals, he averaged 31.2 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals per game with a true shooting percentage of 62.6% as the Warriors beat a Celtics team that was supposed to have a better roster top to bottom. No one else on Golden State averaged 20 points per game in this series, but Steph showed us why sometimes having the best player on the court is what really matters, even giving us a signature 43.10 rebound performance in a Game 4 where Steph Curry stepped up and showed us why we can never count him him out. And we just saw him do the same thing in the Olympics this season, leading Team USA to a gold medal. In the gold medal game against France, Steph scored 12 points in the fourth quarter and 9 of Team USA's last 11 points. Steph Curry is still capable of being the best player on any court he's playing on. Now with Jimmy Butler, one of the best playoff performers we have seen in recent years. Seriously, how do we count out Golden State? The answer for me is that I am not going to. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. That way you never miss another video. Again, if you're still here, thank you so much for supporting. You are awesome. We all know it. And as always, have an awesome day and cue that music.